First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking these things as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for Up Next, the YouTube room. Hello, YouTube room. What is going on? We are, like Johnny Gargano, your Wednesday nights.
We are the Wednesday nights.
With a K.
And we are here to talk to you all night.
Yes.
All night.
All night.
About NXT.
Yes.
How are we doing?
What is going on in the YouTube room tonight? We are going to talk about some NXT from Wednesday, August the 12th. We're going to let this room fill up. We have all the regulars. I see Eric Marcotte in the room. Frank, John, Darkstar, Benjamin. Everyone's filling in.
Eric, you know what the job is. How do we look? How do we sound?
Yeah, always. I mean, we look good. Popping them 40s. Are we popping them 40s? I don't know if we're popping any 40s.
What are our thoughts on the new piece of the set? It's actually quite cleverly, hidden. But it's stuck. Let's just move these. Let's see. Can we see?
Everyone thinks it's fantastic.
Okay.
It's
excellent.
fantastic.
It's fantastic. There we go. It's there. All right. Bit of a delay, so I don't know what you can see, what you can't.
I'll move this back over.
Yeah, let's put that right there.
I think we're going to just start the show, guys.
Yeah, if everything's sounding good, looking good.
If we look good, we sound good. We're going to talk about some NXT tonight. Obviously, thanks for joining us in the YouTube room, but the podcast version is on wherever you find your podcast. So, this is Up Next.
Let me crack one.
You got to crack the cans. That's why I cracked both my cans.
Oh, then it goes flat.
This one has no bubbles. It's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
It's fine. We're okay in the BDE.
Looking hotter than that grill. I am pretty warm right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. The Leafs choked again, says Jake. Yeah,
yes.
Maybe we'll mention that briefly. Real sports? Oh God. Cool. Okay.
Hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for Up Next, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you find your podcasts, really. And where else can they find us?
You can find us every Wednesday night on YouTube at youtube.com/upnext.
Yes, our YouTube, where we also do watch-alongs for pay-per-views, which we will be doing very soon with SummerSlam weekend and all that fun stuff. You can check out what we look like on our YouTube room, what random wrestling shirts we're going to wear.
And I don't have frosted tips. It's lighting.
Yeah, okay.
It's lighting.
Yeah, so you claim. I think it's the sun, actually. Maybe it's the sun.
The sun.
Age.
Less product in my hair.
You're 34
I'm getting
now?
grayer. Fuck off.
He's not. He's like 31. So welcome to the show. We are your Wednesday night delights. I was going to say with Wednesday nights because Johnny Gargano now calls himself the Wednesday night with a K.
With a K.
Because he's like the Dark Knight, the hero we deserve, all that stuff. I love it. We are your NXT friends. Friends. And that's what we watch every Wednesday night. And then we go live on our YouTube and we talk about it wherever you find us on your podcast apps. Like, subscribe, give us a nice little review. Say nice things. Say mean things. I don't know. Just give us a good rating.
Yeah,
5
look up tweets from a year ago and just insult us.
Yes. So you can follow us on Twitter at upnextpodcast and our Facebook group and page as well, upnext podcast. Join the conversation and all the memes I post in there as well. So it is Wednesday night. We do watch both wrestling shows. We are wrestling fans. We watch AEW for our Patreon, which is patreon.com/upnext. And every Thursday we do Up Next Row, where we kind of talk about NXT, the fallout from that, and then AEW as well. But tonight was a hot episode of NXT, and I know we're going to get into it. But first of all, Mr. Davie Portman, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty warm, having been over that grill for the last
2-3
hours.
Meaning you were barbecuing tonight.
Yeah.
Our NXT meals simply turned into just barbecue nights on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So you just came home with a bunch of meat.
Well, I've just come off a diet, so
that lasted 2 weeks?
Yeah.
But it was like a fasting thing? I don't know what
it was the chicken and broccoli diet, where you're pretty much just eating chicken and broccoli
Sounds great.
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
It was all right.
Okay.
I think I have lost a bit of weight, which is cool.
Nice. You look great.
I felt good. And I think I could like kind of maintain it. So I'm trying to like do it maybe every like 2-3 days a week instead.
I want to try the steak and egg diet.
You just eat steak and eggs.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what we did tonight. But I was excited because last week you barbecued,
and I made you chicken and broccoli.
And I was like, hey, I can just have chicken. Like, so we did that. This week I went all out.
All out.
I went all out.
Yeah, and you got a bunch
steak,
of meat.
I got brisket, got ribs.
This is wild.
Got wings, 2 different flavored wings. I bought some sauces, had some salmon, had some corn.
That's what we do now.
Had some salad. We did have salad. Jesse from the 6. We had some salad.
Our vegetarians or vegans.
Yeah.
We did eat vegetables. We had corn. That
Yes.
was good too. Yeah, that's what our Wednesday nights has become. Obviously, we podcast about all the wrestling we watch. But if you're watching wrestling, we decided to just always cook for one another every Wednesday. So it's a nice little roommate thing we do.
And coincidentally, I'm doing my best Keith Lee impression over the barbecue on your Instagram story right now.
Wow, yeah, because you were...
Just flames in the eyes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we knew that was what was going to happen tonight.
We called it.
Yeah, I mean, it's summertime, so we've just been hanging out in the backyard, the gardens, where we sometimes record shows for our Patreon back there, when our neighbor's not yelling at his dog. And it's been all right. We've been barbecuing. I feel like we got a month left of proper summer here, at least in Canada. Maybe 2 months.
Yeah, I feel we'll still be watching AEW and NXT outside in October.
Okay, we're gonna how about we have a Halloween party in the backyard? It'll be a little cold, but you know.
Halloween should be all right.
Social distant Halloween party.
Yeah.
In the park or something.
Yeah.
I've been biking a lot in the city in Toronto, and it's been nice that's how I get my exercise, going for a bike ride. But I've also tried some swimming. Mm-hmm. That works you out really good.
Swimming's great exercise.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's pandemic era, so it's hard to find spots, and you don't want to cross the line and stuff like that. But it's been fun. But I have I'm a big music guy, and I feel like I haven't talked about music on this show for a little bit. But you can't go to concerts this summer. And I saw over in your side of the pond over there in the UK, they're doing social distant like summer concert things.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's gonna make its way over here, where they it's not like the drive-through concerts, but I showed you it before the show.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. So think how, at least here in Canada, they're like spray painting on the ground bubbles for parks and things.
It's witchcraft, actually.
It's essentially that, but like a little like sort of scaffold platform.
Oh, wrestling ring, like what Andre the Giant would
where you and your bubble can be in, and it's like it looked great. I think still getting the things you enjoy in the summer of being in a field watching a band.
Yeah, I really miss it.
It's not going to be the same experience, but I thought it looked kind of cool. But my worry is like, how do you leave afterwards?
You file out in the
order. In 2 meters apart.
Yeah.
That's going to take for fucking
It'll take
ever.
forever, yeah. I like both of us have had so many tickets for so much stuff this year. It's like so many bands and tickets that I did get some refunds on, and I'm still waiting on some refunds on, but like you can't see, and now bands are like saying, hey, we've rescheduled till 2021, and it's like,
oh, catch us at Sturgis.
Yeah, I mean, if those damn borders were open, I would have gotten to see Smash Mouth and Fozzy and Saliva and all these. Drowning Pool we joked about Drowning Pool, and they were added to the fucking festival. Of course they were. Which it's interesting because as a music fan, like I miss going to concerts. That's been a real downer. Like my concerts now are me watching like live, I don't know, Tiny Desk concerts or old concert footage on YouTube and stuff. That's how I'm revisiting like my craving, because it sucks. Like even I'm a big fan of like going to like EDM stuff as well, and Deadmau5, a huge one of my favorite artists. I've seen him a million times. He's playing at a drive-in concert. You have to have a car, which I live in Toronto and I'm a millennial. I don't have a car. How am I supposed to see Deadmau5 if I don't have a car?
So I was thinking about this.
One person has to be the DD. He means he can't get lit.
I was thinking about this, and I was wondering how much, depending how many people you got. What's the max in a bubble in Ontario? 10,
yes,
right?
You can have 4 people. You can have a full car.
So, but what if you, between 10 of you,
3 people,
split the price of a limo?
Oh, wait, you mean bring a limo to a drive-in Deadmau5
So buy his
concert?
ticket, buy his ticket.
Yeah.
And so what? It could be you and 8 others, I guess, if the driver makes 10.
I don't know if they let a limo into this thing, but okay, I like where your head's at.
Or like a little party bus, or just a van or something.
Wow.
I think get a bigger group
All to rave
and
at
hire
Deadmau5.
someone who's like a driver, not one of your friends being like, yeah, I'll drive.
Okay, so I love where your head's at.
And then you pimp it out.
Yeah.
You've got all your booze.
Yeah.
If it's just a van, you like get some disco lights or things.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it could be quite fun.
Well, it's funny you say that. So what are you doing Saturday night? What if we just got an Uber to
What
do
am I doing Saturday night?
I don't know. You want to go to Denmark?
Sure. An Uber. My last day in San Francisco, like my friends all left the day before, and I'd been to San Francisco a few years before, but I was like, you know what, I'm here. I should do the stuff I haven't done on this trip. So this trip, I haven't been to the Golden Gate Bridge. I haven't done the what's the winding hill road called? That thing.
Full House?
No, it's like in
Everywhere
Grand
you
Theft
look?
Auto and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But so I just talked to my Uber driver and was like, hey, just take me to all the spots.
And I'll pay you a
And
little
this
extra.
Uber driver was getting out, taking
Oh my
photos of
God.
me.
Tell me you tipped him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
But it was great. Great
Wow.
day. It was like $50, and in a couple of hours, I saw all the sights.
There you go. Wow.
Charged my phone, played some music.
Wow, we could just get
We
an Uber
accepted
driver
an
to do
Uber
this.
pool at one point.
Whoa, you guys are besties.
It's great.
Wow, that's like when you like pick up in an Uber pool. You can't Uber pool anymore.
Can't
Anyways,
Uber. I used to
pools are-
love Uber pool.
Yeah, me
I loved
too.
Uber Express pool,
Oh,
where they're like,
boy.
walk to the top of the road and it will be $3 less.
All I know is the YouTube chat thinks we should get the BD party van for next summer. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's where our Patreon money is going to go towards. I guess that's what we need to get. Like, looks like the Ninja Turtles van or something.
I guess Scrump could drive.
Yeah,
Get Scrump down.
Yeah, the borders are closed. Ah, shucks. Love you, but keep them shut. It is the summer, and I have one more question. You work at a bar? You work at 2 bars now.
I do, yeah.
The new gig, and this goes out to many people, I guess, because it's August. What's the song of the summer? It's a tough question because there's so many different.
I
things
gotta
in
be
it.
honest.
And it's pandemic era.
We're not going out much because
Yeah,
we can't.
exactly.
And
You're your own DJs now,
And
because
we-
you force your songs you want to hear on you.
yeah, and we use Spotify at work, so I haven't even heard we haven't had like the top 40 playlist on or whatever for a while. So I don't know.
You can't even get annoyed.
I'm
by
guessing
that
you're going with whatever Morrow quoted tonight.
You think I'm saying WAP by Cardi B and Meg The Stallion.
Yeah,
W-A-P.
that one, Song of the Summer.
Well, it just came out. I wouldn't say it's Song of the Summer.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a few good ones out there. I'm liking a lot of like the dancey summery tracks because like it's the closest thing you can get to going out. You can just play it in the park and you can feel like you're at like I don't know. Go play it at the pool or the beach and you feel fine. I don't know.
I
There's
think
a
Song
bunch.
of the Summer is Ringwalker, Cameron Grimes'
Cameron
new
Grimes'
theme
theme song.
that dropped today.
The Io Shirai theme song is my song of the summer. I shamelessly love the new Machine Gun Kelly Bloody Valentine with Megan Fox in the music video.
Okay.
Machine Gun Kelly's making music that sounds like it's from American Pie soundtracks. So I'm down for it.
I don't know why, but I like Machine Gun Kelly.
There you
and
go.
Yeah,
there you go. I mean, it's like my
and everyone's stopped listening.
because we're just talking about how we like Machine Gun Kelly. I like other stuff as well. I've been digging anything DaBaby puts out, which I know you're just a huge fan of.
Of the baby.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know we'll be talking about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion maybe a little bit later when Mauro Ranallo. Yeah, everyone tonight was wondering when is Mauro Ranallo gonna quote or mention Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, and I believe it took like what 82 minutes, an hour and somewhat minutes of him till he finally got there. But we'll get to that. But I guess you're choosing that as your song of the summer.
Yes, exactly that one.
So I guess we should talk about the show. We are here to talk about, or we can quickly mention what we've got on plate for our Patreon.
We've got a bunch. It's our summer month.
Because
it's a big month.
Now I know someone just groaned like, "No, get to the show." But listen, this week is packed, but this month is crazy.
Yes.
This week we just did Hog Wild 1996 WCW, which coincides with this whole Sturgis thing. It's like we knew it was gonna happen. We did know it was gonna happen. That was awesome. That's on the Patreon this month. That just came out. But this week I just watched yesterday for the first time in so many years, and we're gonna be talking about it this weekend. SummerSlam 2005. Dominic hanging above the ladder. No, he should have been. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. The custody of Dominic, which is funny because Dominic is wrestling at SummerSlam this year.
It's as if we knew.
It's like we picked it on purpose.
Knew.
What else happened at that show?
Yeah, well, this is actually like the Karate Kid. This is the first. This is the first time I've watched this show front to back. I've seen matches from it.
What?
I've seen like Ray versus Eddie
in a ladder match
multiple times.
Where the fuck is Vicky?
But I don't like. I haven't finished it yet. I'm up to the Cena Jericho match.
Okay.
And I don't think I've seen it before.
Wow.
So
we just did the Karate Kid last week.
2005 is your era of wrestling.
It is. It's the greatest era of wrestling.
2005 is my dark period of wrestling. So
that's
very exciting.
I honestly think I could have done the review without watching it back. I literally think that. All the Seether and Remedy, the song that they keep playing, it's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, Vince McMahon pandering to be president. It's great. But we're going to talk about that. Hogan versus Shawn, SummerSlam 2005.
Again, didn't mean to pick 2 Hogan headlined pay-per-views
we totally
to do this
did
month.
Not, but...
I mean, I really wouldn't choose to do that. But it's happened. So yeah, we've got that throwback pay-per-view review coming out on Friday, and then this Sunday, what have we got coming?
Well, we have another What's Next, where we do go back in time. We are your NXT friends, so we've been watching NXT from like the get-go, and we are in 2012 November, and the episode we're doing this Friday, I believe, is coming out, is where Daniel Bryan and Kane. The Shield is joined, but they're not mentioning it yet because they pre-taped. It's an interesting time in NXT in 2012, so we're talking about that as well.
Yeah, Team Hell No.
Yeah, and weird.
Roman taking a Reigns check. It's a lot to look forward to in that review.
And like we are doing our SummerSlam watch along, and then of course our Takeover 30 show will be on this free feed as well. But we do have our Takeover Tailgate 2. Davie, it's been a year since our Takeover Tailgate last summer in Toronto.
Yeah, a year has gone since Takeover Tailgate 1, and this time we're opening it up to all patrons.
Yes.
So we're going to try something on Zoom. We're going to have a bit of a Zoom party. There's going to be some karaoke. There's going to be some chats with you guys.
Yes.
And we'll just hang out in the afternoon of SummerSlam and have some fun. And we're going to give the code to anyone who's a patron. So you can sign up for just $2.05.
Even if you want to do that.
And you'll be able to join in with our Zoom party, which will lead into SummerSlam, where we'll be doing our watch-along.
Yes.
Also, next week on the Patreon, we're doing one of the games again. So we'll be joined by some special guests. I know Andrew Thompson's joining us. I believe birthday boy himself, Nate Milton, is going to be joining us. And we're going to be playing a SummerSlam-themed game. And that will be live on YouTube to everyone. So come join in the YouTube room, youtube.com/upNXT.
Yes.
Next Thursday evening.
We will be promoting it again next week to remind you, but also check our Twitter at upNXT Podcast for all the details on that.
Exactly.
So a game, and if 2005 trivia comes up.
It won't. I'm not writing any 2005 SummerSlam
That's not fair.
questions. Hey, you can write some for other people.
All right.
So that to look forward to. We'll obviously have our SummerSlam review on the Patreon, and then we've got Best Match Ever with JP from Grapple, where we'll be looking at the best of the X Division. So lots and lots to look forward to on the Patreon. All those shows are available for North American and World Champions.
$5 a month gets you all those shows we just mentioned and all the past shows. So if you are like, I want to listen to these guys and support, $5 gets you access to all the past shows, and you can pick and choose whatever you want, including the new stuff we put out weekly. We work hard and we do a ton of podcasts, including one more show, and I'm giving it away for free. It is coming out tomorrow, and it is me and John Cena, host of the Zombie Pod, and of Shot in the Dark, which is free on our Patreon, covering Dark and Main Event and all that other stuff we don't watch. But me and John Cena are watching and reviewing.
It's like all the other stuff no one
Yeah,
watches.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I call it. But me and John Cena will be reviewing Edge. Yeah, he's in a new movie with Kelsey Grammer, Fraser, and it's called Money Plane. And we decided to actually watch it, and we did a review, and it's coming out tomorrow night on this free feed. So Money Plane, with Denise Richards, Tom Jane, the Lawrence brothers. It's you know, Davey, you're really lucky you didn't have to do this review. I love Edge, bless Edge, but wow. If you want to see a heel Fraser, Man, you want to see some scrambled eggs?
He's called Sideshow Bob. I've seen Heel Frazier for years.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Well, you didn't see him. This is him. It gets
True.
wild. So
Okay.
on this free feed, on the upNXT feed, Money Plane review coming out on tomorrow night. So that is, we're just doing so many podcasts.
I'll probably watch it at some point.
You should.
Yeah.
You definitely
Might
should.
be
Watch
tonight.
it and then listen to our reviews. So all those shows coming out. But I'll tell you, SummerSlam 2005 is going to be a wild one. So patreon.com/upnext. And $5 a month gets you all our shows. So check us out and support the upNXT crew. Support the BDE. But we should talk about the show we are here to talk about. And that is NXT from August 12th, 2020. And we start off with some recaps of what's kind of going on. And that is, of course, where the whole world is upset that there's another celebrity angle in NXT or in WWE, which is Pat McAfee and Adam Cole.
Yeah, we seem to be in the minority last week.
I
with
think so.
Praising this angle.
Yeah, people seem to really hate this. Where I think I looked at it as I actually didn't know who Pat McAfee was, but he's a guy who sold me on an angle, like in his acting. And I usually hate celebrity angles, but I thought it kind of delivered. And I don't really know who he was. I had to, so. It was cool in our opinion. I think he can go forward, and I don't think he's beating Adam Cole at all. So that match is official at TakeOver 30.
Or he could beat Adam Cole, but to set up something else, right? But
Yeah, sure. Who knows? But that is a match.
I'm
happening.
interested.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Look,
it, to be honest.
it's Adam Cole wasn't doing shit lately.
Yeah.
So it's fine, and I think that there's a lot of other matches on the card that will give you the wrestling that you deserve, and then NXT will give you this. Like, I don't know, more of an angle than a match, I'd imagine. But that is happening at TakeOver 30. On commentary tonight is Mauro Ranallo, Beth Phoenix, and Vic Joseph.
My mate.
It took me a while to realize it was Vic Joseph. I was like, who is that guy? Who is that? Where's Tom? Cheeky Tom. We have the couple of Carnage, which is Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They come down making their epic entrance. There's still no crowd in WWE NXT, but this guy's entrance looks pretty badass.
I can't wait till we finally get a crowd with this entrance.
Yeah, I feel like
it'll be something really special.
One day at like a WrestleMania, this would look awesome with this whole visual, and Scarlett coming out still looks awesome. And Karrion Kross is going one-on-one against the governor, Danny Burch, who is pissed off because he was basically just a sacrificial lamb. I don't understand why beating up Danny Burch would make Keith Lee really upset, but like that's just like all right.
Best friends.
Apparently.
They're best friends.
I don't know what the correlation there. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it's Keith Lee's positioned as the locker room leader, right?
Sure.
He's the champion.
Yeah.
He believes
it.
in NXT, and
Yeah.
you took out the guy who's been in NXT for 15 years, Danny Burch.
The governor. Don't
The
disrespect
governor
the governor.
of NXT.
Well, the governor is mad here. He runs out. He's not even throwing him up, man. You know he's pissed.
He's pissed when he's not throwing him up.
If you're not throwing him up, then you're pissed. He comes down to the ring.
in his shiny white boots.
He's a babyface. He attacks Karrion Kross here. He's beating on him, but Kross fights back. They're going back and forth early on. Burch climbs the top rope and hits a missile drop kick off the top there, but then also hits a German suplex and then like some lariat, but in comes the Doomsday Saito suplex, which just looks awesome. This move on a big guy, on a small guy, the move looks like you kill somebody.
Yeah.
And it's Doomsday for Danny Burch, and I think Morrow says don't count out the governor, but the governor is not counted out, but is put to sleep. Doesn't tap out, but he goes to sleep. It's not so much the cross jacket. They say it's the cross jacket. But
I think it is. He just didn't wrap the legs.
Okay, so
it's the same head hold,
like
I
a
believe.
sleeper essentially.
Yeah.
But Danny Burch gets put to bed pretty early on. I mean, he did have some offense. He had lariat. He had a crossface in there as well at one point, but it was basically
Weird. Like they gave him the strong baby face by going to sleep, not tapping out here, which didn't think they'd do that with Burch.
right.
But yeah, the match, like, I enjoy Karrion Kross squash matches. He just tosses these guys around. He looks legit. He looks dangerous. We know the kind of matches Danny Burch can have, but here, this is what was needed.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I think it did the right bitch, but it's basically, I mean, he said the hard way or the easy way, but he gives him, Scarlett basically reaches in for this contract, and sorry, did we lose our people
we're
here?
good. No, I've got it.
Oh, we're back.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. So Keith Lee hands the contract over to Scarlett. She takes the contract, and some of the people in the crowd are like, "It's not for you. Don't sign it." And Keith Lee's like, "It's not for you to sign." She takes the contract, hands it over to Kross, and without even like looking at it, almost he signs it. Have you ever tried to sign your autograph while just not looking at it? I guess we don't sign enough autographs, being podcasters and all, but without, can you just do it without? I guess mine's a terrible autograph. You don't want mine.
Yeah, mine's not very good.
Yeah. So he signs it. He closes the contract. He hands it back to Scarlett. She hands it over to Keith Lee, and Keith Lee is like, "Okay, you signed it. All right." And Keith Lee opens up the contract to see the name signed, and a flame pops out of the contract into the face of Keith Lee, blinding him. And it cuts to Karrion Kross and Scarlett, who are just kind of like laughing maniacally, kind of backing away. And Keith Lee is on fire. It was like Alakazoo.
It was magic. A magic.
Do you believe in magic in a young Keith Lee's heart? Because there was some magic going on.
There was magic.
It's lit. Is this the most lit contract signing of all time? I think so. Chat was fire. So, yeah, Keith Lee opens up the contract to check, which you saw him sign it. Why'd you need to check, dude? You know he signed it. Opens it up, and his eyebrows are gone. Well, they actually weren't, but have you ever had like a flame to the face? I mean, you were grilling out earlier. You got pretty.
I set my hair on fire cooking bacon once.
Wow, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't realize, just smelt something, heard something, like a few.
You're like Mick Foley.
And then suddenly I was like, my head hurts. My hair was on fire.
I was in a Roman candle fight once, and my buddy's like, "Light it quickly, hand me the thing." And I was like, "I'm doing it." He's like, "Give it to me." I'm like, "No, don't do that." And his eyebrow just gone, completely gone, which did not happen to Keith Lee here. His eyebrow was fine, and he's selling, my eyes, so he's blinded by the lights. Keith Lee has been injured here, and all the staff of NXT come out, and Karrion Kross and Scarlett leave. So before we kind of go into like what happens next with this, I guess we can talk about Karrion Kross and Scarlett and their black magic fire in the booth.
What is it with eyes this year?
An eye for an eye.
Keith Lee already got blinded by Johnny Gargano by the keys not long ago.
Oh my god.
Now they're setting his eyes on fire.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they also did this angle quite recently on Impact.
What?
Yeah,
eyes.
Sami Callihan did this to Ken Shamrock.
Man, eyes are just so hot right now.
Just a couple of months ago. So
what?
But yeah, I didn't think this was necessarily needed. The fire angle. I thought Kross just taking out everyone is enough. But sure, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Throw fire in a guy's face?
Yeah. I hope if this is what Kross does, he needs to keep doing shit like this, though.
You want him to keep doing magic?
It can't just be a one-off. He needs to do magic more often.
What's he gonna do? Pull out cards out of his trunks or something?
Yeah.
Pull coins out of people's ears?
Cut Scarlett in half and put her back together.
Oh god, I'm down for that. Yeah, I mean, that sounds interesting. You have my attention, but no, it's just weird. Like, what? Why is he doing magic? Like, what? I don't understand. It's like,
I mean, we don't know what his powers are yet, right?
This used to be the wrestling show, and now we have Pat McAfee, and now we have magic. What's happened to my NXT?
We had demons before.
Oh, I don't know what's worse: a dude dressing and pretending he is a demon, thinking he's a demon when not actually a demon, or a guy who signs a contract and when he signs it, it somehow creates flames that pop out of it. It's magic.
Yeah.
Black magic. She's a black magic woman. I mean, he signed it, so it's his magic, I guess.
I think
It's got the magic touch.
I know the other week John Cena when he was on the show, called out that he wants Kross to kidnap Mia Yim.
Yes.
And we thought this would have been the perfect setup for it.
Right.
Like, do something to Lee to take him out of the arena and then be really, like, fucked up.
Right. But instead they blinded him.
I don't know. It just, when I see something like this, I just kind of laugh. I know what they're trying to do, but
I'm blinded by the lights. He's injured here, and they go to commercial, but they keep picture in picture, and during picture in picture, it shows them like taking him to the back and trying to ice his eyes and check him out. But then it cuts to Drake Maverick's entrance, and then it cuts away from Drake Maverick back to Keith Lee being like loaded into an ambulance. Then it cuts to Killian Dane's entrance because apparently Drake and Dane are gonna have a match. But then it just keeps cutting back and forth to Mia Yim, like with Keith Lee, and he's being put into the back of an ambulance, and you're like wondering what's going on. But they're interrupting now. The actual match has started, and they continue to cut back and forth, which I think is a bit WCW, bit cheap, a bit mean to the wrestlers.
At it both ways. They're trying to sell this angle, right?
Yes.
So Killian Dane versus Drake Maverick has no build. It wasn't advertised. If you're watching a football game and something serious, like there's been a serious injury on another game, you'll be cutting to that game. Like if someone has seriously been hurt or it's a more important game,
if someone used magic,
the broadcast would cut to that and take away from the game that you've sat down to watch. I think they're trying to, I don't like this happening too often, but they're selling that your champion has just been blinded by fire magic. So you kind of got to sell it. And unfortunately, it's Killian Dane and Drake Maverick here who suffer. But did anyone tune into NXT to watch Drake Maverick versus Killian Dane?
No, of course not.
No, and it's just a harsh reality, I think.
I guess.
I feel bad for the guys, but the story of the show is Keith Lee's been blinded, and he's the champion of this promotion, this brand.
Yeah.
So you got to be checking on him. So I kind of get it, because it's weird when you have, like, Rey Mysterio is blinded, and then it's like WWE shop commercial, and then next match, and it's always awkward to transition to the next thing. So I think it does make that slightly smoother.
Well, this match doesn't last long because we see Keith Lee being, like, the ambulance is now driving away, but then we see a car pull up. You think it's soccer practice, but instead, it's the Undisputed Era. They're pissed off. They enter the arena, and they just interrupt this match. So not only did you not get to see the match because it kept cutting away during the entrances and the match, but when the match finally continues on, Undisputed Era come in and beat both guys up. They throw Drake Maverick out of the way, and they beat down on Killian Dane here. And Adam Cole is pissed off.
So did they attack Dane more than they attacked Maverick?
They still attacked Maverick, but they attacked Dane a bit more. So they're still dicks.
Yeah, but still kind of moving more.
Yeah,
babyface.
Yes, they interrupted a match that no one wanted to see, so they're heroes in my eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, Undisputed Era. Adam Cole is pissed off and says, "Sorry." They attack them, and he says, "Pat McAfee, you want to come into my world and play wrestler? You want to run your mouth? Well, you're not special." Because you kicked me when my hands were tied behind my back. Doesn't mean anything. You're not special. And you are stepping into the ring with the guy who was undisputed, who was champion for a year. And come next week, I ask you, show your face. Come to Full Sail yet again, and I will go face to face with you. And at TakeOver, I'm going to whoop that ass. You're in way over your head, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So Adam Cole is fired up and says the old Adam Cole is going to show up at TakeOver and whoop Pat McAfee's ass. So there you go. If you're upset that Pat McAfee is the Adam Cole match you're getting instead of, I don't know, say Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly or something. Oh, I just teased you with that. That's, oh man, now you're mad. But I think this is going to be something interesting. And you know what? I'm going to give it a chance before let the match happen. And I think it'll be fun. There's so much more wrestling on the show.
It really feels a call-up match for Adam Cole and maybe the whole Undisputed Era. I feel this is like he's ran his course. He's now doing a celebrity angle before moving up. Might be wrong. I'm sold on this match. Last week sold me. I enjoyed the thing on the like radio show, the podcast. there aren't many people that I haven't seen Adam Cole face, unless you do that undisputed split up angle.
I don't know. Just Kyle looked like a star last week, so I'm like, man, why doesn't he just go for all these titles and stuff?
Yeah.
But
I'd love to see Kyle and Roddy do more singles, but that's not the direction they're going. And really, anyone outside of Undisputed Era, I feel I've seen Cole face.
So you think Pat McAfee's going to go over on Adam Cole?
I mean, you could do that to set up an angle, right? Whoever Cole's next feud is, you could have them help Pat McAfee. Otherwise, I think it's Cole winning this.
Unless Pat McAfee uses magic.
Magic, yeah.
I totally glossed over it. Like, they did show some of that match between Drake Maverick and Killian Dane, and I'm going to sound like a dick, but I don't mean to. But, like, honestly, no one cares. There was a few spots in between before the attack, but, like, you've already told me
quick. Yeah.
You've told me now twice that this match was not important, so I'm going to continue with that in my mind. So Adam Cole is pissed off and can't wait to beat up Pat McAfee, and he's going to show up. Pat McAfee has since tweeted saying he is going to show up at Full Sail next week. And we'll see the confrontation there. We now have a video for Kushida. And Kushida, saying how he's in a triple threat in the main event tonight with Cameron Grimes and a mystery opponent. But this isn't it fun. He loves wrestling. He loves competition. And tonight he will win. I will seize glory. And it's time for Kushida to taste gold. He's been here for a while now, and he still hasn't found NXT Gold.
Still not been on a takeover yet.
Wow. Wait, really? Wow. Someone fact check that for us. But
name me a takeover
crazy.
match Kushida's done.
I can't.
No.
So the biggest thing Kushida's done in the WWE is maybe that match with Adam Cole, that main event at NXT, maybe in the fall or sometime. That was probably the best thing he's done. But since maybe, the Alex Shelley thing was cool. I thought Alex Shelley may have shown up tonight, but that was not the case. So
he's kind of with Impact now.
Yeah, who cares? Dude, just to go around. Who cares? We are told that there will be a medical update soon on Keith Lee because he's arriving at a medical facility or whatever. We'll get up more on medical facilities a little bit later, trust me. But it's Santos Escobar, the Cruiserweight champion, going one-on-one against Tyler Breeze. Now, so the Legado del Fantasma have been beating up Fandango and Tyler Breeze, and this is another one. I feel like this feud's been going on for a while, and it's probably just started like 2 weeks ago. They're still kidnapping people. They're still throwing people in trunks and beating them up.
Yeah, this is only the second week of this.
I feel like it's been going on with... I feel like once Fandango and Tyler Breeze get involved with you, it feels like it's ongoing. It just always goes on. So Santos Escobar versus Tyler Breeze. Fandango is not there because he was taken out last week. He's injured still. Escobar hits a drop kick early on when they keep trying to see who's faster and who's more athletic, but it's Escobar with the offense with the drop kick on the nose, sends Breeze to the outside and hits him with a lariat. They go to commercial, but when they come back, there's Escobar with a Manhattan drop and a high knee. I never knew why a Manhattan drop is legal. You're dropping the guy on your balls, but I digress. Tyler Breeze starts to fight back, and then the commentaries start mentioning that Tyler Breeze is upset that they attacked Fandango, and Fandango is Tyler's family, so Tyler Breeze is fighting for his family. I was like, dude, calm down. First of all, that's the Page movie. Second of all, geez.
They're brothers.
They're brothers.
They're brothers.
They're fighting for their family.
It's like the opposite of, Edge and Christian were brothers for ages, and then they were just suddenly best friends.
Yeah.
It's now these two are
brothers?
kayfabe brothers.
Hey, you're my brother.
You're my brother too.
So Tyler Breeze starts to get some offense in finally because he's fighting for his family. He hits the super kick to the gut, then forearms in the corner, and finally connects with the super model kick. Legado del Fantasma, the two guys on the outside, they kind of make a distraction here, which allows Escobar to pick up Tyler Breeze with the Phantom Driver, and Escobar pins Breeze. And right after the match, they go to beat him down, but out comes Fandango with taped up ribs or taped up chest there with what looks like not a kendo stick, not quite a pool cue.
It was a curtain rail, wasn't it?
A curtain rail? Like a shower pole?
Yeah, it looked like it.
What
else was it?
Where did he find this? I mean, it's Florida.
I was trying to work out if this was some ballroom stick.
Ballroom stick.
I don't know.
What's a ballroom stick?
What was he running with?
I don't know, but he runs in here and he like chases them off, but he also gets beat up and they're like, oh, he's injured. So they start to beat up on him, but Breeze and Fandango are saved by Isaiah Swerve Scott, who runs into here. He chases all three of these guys out. Whose house? Swerve's house. And the three of them stand tall. So it is announced next week. It is a 6-man tag between like these two teams now, Legado del Fantasma and Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and Swerve.
I think this will actually be a really good match. In this level, I'm fine with Breezango.
Right.
This is cruiserweight title 6-man thing.
Yeah.
The story's Swerve and Escobar. I think this would be a really fun 6-man to watch.
So that's happening next week. Yeah, this was fine. I mean, the YouTube chat seems to think it was like a broom like stick.
Broomstick?
Like, you know, like all the Ninja Turtles. Oh, sorry, you don't watch Ninja Turtles. All the Ninja Turtles have weapons, but Donatello and both like Splinter and sometimes Shredder, I'm showing my nerding out right now, use like a bow staff, which is essentially just like a pole. So maybe that's what Fandango is trained in, the bow staff.
It looks like something I'd pick up from Dollarama and screw it onto the mop.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's exactly what I think the YouTube rumors say. It looked like a pool cue. Okay. That would be more dangerous.
Pool cue would go in.
Seen Roadhouse?
It would like taper.
Yeah, or like Rush Hour, which was on TV, talking about pool cues. Rush Hour. So after NXT airs on USA always airs a movie right after. And the best part of this is we try to guess what movie it is if we don't see the ads. Tonight they heavily pushed Rush Hour.
And this had a warning going into it.
Yeah, have you ever seen this in a movie?
I've not, no.
I work at a TV station where we own a different bunch of movie networks as well. And we do have this thing called Silver Screen Class, which is like old movies. And some of them, we're working on putting more, we're working on it right now that we're making these. It's like been part of our thing. But it's the first time I've ever seen it on TV. It basically said like, hey, this movie's from the 90s and... there's
times are different.
Yeah, times
and
are
humor
different.
was different.
And
what is acceptable isn't anymore.
Yeah, because it's Rush Hour, which then made me go to Twitter and put to a poll here, a really serious poll. What's better, Rush Hour 1 or Rush Hour 2? We don't count the third one because Jackie Chan. I don't know if I've ever mentioned Jackie Chan's my goat, man. I think he's the best. Like when it came to movies in the 90s, 2000s, couldn't miss, especially Rush Hour 1 and 2. So, you have ever seen it? Probably not.
I've seen Rush Hour 1 and 2, yeah.
You haven't seen the third one?
No.
Okay, don't watch it. Should we review it one day?
Sure.
Just do a watch along.
I think we said we'll review this already.
I love it. They're two of my favorite movies. So was it a pool cue? Let us know.
But yeah, match was fine. I'm looking forward to the 6-man.
6-man should be good. Yeah.
This again just felt more of an angle. It was pretty quick.
We go to a video of Dakota Kai, who says, everyone loves... I don't. You see, I get inside opponent's head. I got inside of Io's head. It's Dakota territory, I think is what she says. It's Dakota territory. I've outsmarted the genius. I don't need friends or boyfriends or insurance policies. She's basically naming all these things all the people have here in NXT, including herself. Like, she doesn't have Gonzalez anymore. She's like, doesn't...
Where's she gone?
Yeah, she's just been
sucked her off.
And at TakeOver 30, I beat Io Shirai. So Dakota Kai is calling out Io, saying, I've been attacking you, I've been one-upping you, I'm in your head, and at TakeOver I take the title.
I think they've built Dakota Kai up really well. I don't see her beating Io, but they're also putting enough doubt in my mind that she could, because they've built her up as a legit threat, and that's what I like. I like going into a match not seeing which way it's going to go, because they could just switch it up, especially if you're NXT. You never know. Kairi's gone. You might want to put Io and Asuka together on the main roster. Like, if you know how Vince is, he just sees someone and it's like, oh, they're mine now. So you never know. They could flip the title.
Gosh,
here.
I hope not.
But I think this is going to be one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah, I'm going to get more into it when there's a video from Io a little bit later on. But this was cool. This was great. It kind of sets the story. And she's kind of knocking all the other, like, women's wrestlers right now. Like, I don't have tag team partners anymore because she beats them all up. I don't have boyfriends. Cue so many wrestlers right now. Candace, realistically, with her hubby. And I don't have all these other people. So it's interesting that the Gonzalez thing isn't even mentioned, really.
Yeah.
until maybe a little later. We have a video of Ridge Holland. He basically, I'm going to sum up this promo from this angry rugby player dude. He's going to kill Johnny Gargano.
Yep.
That's what he says. And I'm for it. Not for actually killing Johnny Gargano. Because I don't know if you heard, but they taped next week. And in this match, Johnny actually got injured for next week's match. So when I said he's going to kill Johnny Gargano, very unfortunate that he said that in this promo. Hope Johnny's okay. Apparently,
it sounds like there was a bit of a scare, but he's okay and continued the match. But there was a little pause. I mean, I guess they're lucky it wasn't taped, and they're lucky it wasn't live.
Yeah,
and we hope Gargano's okay.
Hope he's okay, Mr. Wrestling. The Wednesday night, as we'll get into, we see Indy Hartwell, who is in the ring. And she's going to go one-on-one with Mia Yim. But Mia Yim is just getting her gear on right now. And I'm going to say something that Mia Yim said on WWE NXT. Are you ready? Keith Lee, he's going to be okay. He's at the hospital.
The what?
The hospital.
What is that?
I don't know. I've been watching WWE TV for so many years. I don't know what a hospital is.
So he got his eyes burned. I mean, normally you'd go to the medical facility.
Yeah, wouldn't you go to the
local medical facility?
Yeah, no, they took him to a hospital.
I don't know what that is.
Damn, I wouldn't be going to a hospital.
No, I'd want to go to
Florida.
a local medical facility.
No, that doesn't sound too good to me. That's the first time in a long time I've heard the word hospital on WWE.
Is that the first time ever? Like, as long as I've been watching WWE.
Yeah, that wasn't a planned bit.
Like,
it's just weird that they said hospital.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, that's how serious it was.
She
forgot her verbiage. And
is that a
or
hospital?
Is this you think Retribution are wreaking havoc on the main roster? We've got this little rule breaker here in NXT.
Whose rule is it, do you think? Is it Vince?
Oh yeah.
Right? It's
he's got this whole verbiage and
he doesn't watch this show, it's fine.
Yeah.
He watches the other show on Wednesday nights. And then steals all their ideas. I'm joking. We see Mia Yim, who is going to go down to the ring. She's not in the right headspace, but she's got to focus on her match, is what she says. Mia Yim versus Indy Hartwell. They grapple up in the beginning. Mia Yim throws her into the corner, hits like almost the haluva kick, the boot to the face, and then sets up for the cannonball in the corner. Only a 2 count. Hartwell gets some offense and gets Yim in the corner with some strikes and starts to get cocky, hits a sidewalk slam and an elbow, but then Yim fires back with this like run behind neck breaker type move, and then a German suplex, and then some sort of like arm wringer type bending the arm in ways it shouldn't bend, and Indy Hartwell taps out here. So cool looking finish.
Yeah, I thought her finish looked great. It was like sweeping the legs with her legs.
Sweep the leg. Look you've watched Karate Kid.
I thought the armbar looked really cool. It was very different.
Yeah, it looked really, really awesome. And Indy Hartwell tapped out instantly. And Mia Yim, even though her head wasn't in the game, it still was indeed. So she wins this for her man. And this is where we thought she was going to get kidnapped. But it did not happen, thankfully. We don't need more kidnapping. There's too many kidnappings on this show. You know, I talk about how there was kidnappings in NXT with Legado del Fantasma. And the Full Sail parking lot has been dangerous for forever. Have you seen the tweet?
I have, yes.
From Full Sail? Someone was tweeting about how there's always attacks in the Full Sail parking lot. And obviously, clearly, someone from the Full Sail like university, the college there that they filmed this at, they were vanity searching Full Sail and saw this and thought that this was an actual safety concern about the Full Sail parking lot being dangerous at night, and sent them a tweet like offering all these services and help. And
we have multiple security all night. We have video cameras.
This is legit.
It was fantastic.
Oh my god, amazing! The NXT parking lot is a dangerous, dangerous place. This match was fine. It kind of was more of the story.
I like the finish. Yeah, it was the story of Mia Yim. Again, felt more like an angle rather than a match. But I liked I really liked the armbar at the end. Looked cool.
We have Finn Balor. He has a video package here. He says, "Life's full of opportunities and second chances, but I'm not politicking. The Office, they want me on TV. They want me everywhere, but I don't care. You see, everybody watches The Prince. 18 to 29.
18 to 49.
18 to 49, or even the people who are in the retirement home. Everybody watches The Prince. You know what that means? He's the demo prince.
Or the demon god.
Demon god. The demon with like the N.
Demo.
Demon god.
God.
Demon god.
Demon god.
The demo prince. Devitt. Prince Demo it.
I know some people like it. I haven't been like Balor hasn't. This isn't the first time he's done this. He's talked about a push and all of that kind of stuff.
Backstage words.
I find it a bit lame. I'm not particularly a fan of it.
It's fine. This was fine. I actually kind of. It's lame. What's lame is him doing the demo thing.
That's what I mean. That's the insider thing this week, and especially when like Jericho's hitting it so hard on one show. Which I'm not like. Demo God is funny, but that's because it's Jericho.
Brandon from New Jersey's in the YouTube chat and says he's the COVID God, which I don't think anyone could be the COVID God in NXT. I just find it weird.
I don't know. I find it a bit lame.
It's a bit lame. Yeah. I think it's funny when Jericho kind of does it. It's been funny, but
he's a heel who is he's a caricature. He's over the top. Balor shouldn't worry about the ratings and stuff. It's just I don't know. I didn't like the line.
We go to. Are you ready? It's been a while. Big Lads Wrestling.
Big Lads Wrestling.
It counts. It does count. Bronson Reed.
It's two huge lads, of course. Yeah.
NXT's resident thick boy, Ozilla, get your claws out. Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy. So these two are both already in the ladder match for the North American title at TakeOver 30, but they had an altercation again in the parking lot, and they're gonna fight tonight. What did he say to last night, mate?
He was like, "All right, mate.
All right, mate. I'll show you."
I'll beat you in the match.
Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest. And early in this, right at the beginning, Reed says, "Try me." So they both show off their athleticism here. Again, they're big dudes, but they move really quick for their size. But Priest eventually gets the advantage with like this back elbow springboard thing. He's beating down on Reed, who they fought on the outside. They go to get back in. Priest goes to step in, but Reed hits this like almost like Jake the Snake style DDT on him for a 2 count. They go to commercial break, but when we come back, it's now Priest who has the offense because it showed during the commercial that he drove Reed through the steel steps on the outside, and then he's beating down on him. Reed hits this like sit out spine buster, like the lowdown, or not the lowdown, but the high low or whatever. Priest kicks out. Priest goes for like the Rainmaker, where you like take the guy's wrist and you spin him, and then the Rainmaker is a lariat. But he goes for that, like the ripcord, into like a roundhouse kick, runs at Reed, but Reed in midair catches this guy, does this like double, triple rotation throw, and then a running senton, all for a 2 count. This was really impressive. Priest comes back with a flatliner, then this like Reed is standing and Priest in ring springboards and then does like a spinning senton onto the standing Reed. This was just crazy. Then the broken arrow, which is like the throwing Falcon arrow move, which is just crazy considering the size.
Oh, this looked great, and they teased this spot so well because they
kept teasing it.
You had him trying to like lift him up the suplex, and then he just, you know what makes you stronger? Screaming.
Ah! And then he picks him up.
This looked great. It's like the throwing Falcon arrow on a guy this size looked awesome.
It's only a 2 count. He tries to go for it again, but Reed hits him with a suplex. There's more roundhouses. There's midair collisions. Reed is up top. Reed does this like midair thing and then knocks him down. Reed goes up for this tsunami, which he's calling it, like the flying
big
splash. He goes for it, but Priest like rolls out of the way, but doesn't quite roll the right way, maybe.
So normally in wrestling we see people rolling away from the turnbuckle. He like rolled towards it. So Thick Boy's legs basically
still hit him.
Still hit him, but not as big as the belly.
He lands on it. No water in the pool, as Mara would say. Lands on it. Some water in the pool. Some water, because he still hit him a little bit. He lands. He's selling the miss splash. He kind of gets to his feet, and Damian Priest takes advantage, goes for the reckoning, but it's blocked. Reed drops him down with a jackknife style pin, and Bronson Reed gets the 1-2-3. Reed pins Priest in an upset victory, but I was calling it, and I was cheering, I was screaming at my TV because I really liked the outcome of this match. Damian Priest has really grown on me, but talking about someone who's gotten better and better and keeps getting better, and I see star and that's Bronson Reed, the thick boy. This was a lot of fun. This might be my match of the night, actually. I really liked it.
I really enjoyed this match. Like you, both these guys are just improving each and every week. I surprisingly prefer Damian Priest as a babyface. I think it's working better for him. Both these guys are already in the ladder match, so I could definitely see either one winning. But this was very entertaining. Just two big guys throwing each other around.
Big lads wrestling.
Yeah, I see a bright future for both of them in WWE.
I hope Bronson Reed wins the ladder match, but we'll get to that a little bit later. We see Io Shirai, a video package for her, the NXT Women's Champion. We see a shot of this dark water, and I'm getting like Batwoman vibes or something from here. It's like superhero-esque, looking over in the dark.
Yes.
Kind of Batman, all that. Io says, Dakota Kai kicked me in the face. And ever since then, she's just been acting like a big star. Sorry, ever since she betrayed Tegan Nox, she's been acting like she's shit. She's the shit, essentially. But she's not. She thinks she's in my head, but she's not. No one knew who she was until she kicked Tegan Nox in the head, just like she's trying to do that with me. She is a manipulator. Dakota uses people and then gets rid of them when they're done. You see, Dakota, don't you remember? I remember when you were afraid, when you were terrified of Shayna Baszler. And then it shows the video of that epic storyline that went way back. And just like that, you will be terrified of me because you are no match for me. Io Shirai saying, Dakota, I see through your smoke and mirrors. You ain't no bad bitch. I'ma whoop that ass. In more words or less.
Yeah, I thought this was great. I love the callback to Shayna Baszler because so often, especially in WWE, once you change, like once you turn heel or face,
we forget
your
about
past doesn't exist anymore. You're a new character. So I like being like, you think you're this badass, but you would cry standing next to Shayna Baszler. So fuck off.
But Io's also mentioning, like, look, you use people and get rid of them. Mentioning Gonzalez without mentioning Gonzalez. I don't know at this time what's been going on, but she's mentioning that without mentioning it. It's great.
I really like this. I'm sold on this feud.
Yeah, I think this could be the match of the night from TakeOver 30. I think it could surprise you. Look, Io Shirai and Candice stole the show for me last year at TakeOver Toronto. We were there live, and everyone walked out being like, that was the best match of the night. And I think that could happen at TakeOver 30. Io Shirai, the genius of the sky, genius of the summer, whatever. Could be a thing. We have a video for someone else. Someone who's in a match here tonight. Cameron Grimes. He says, right place, right time. Speaking of time, Kushida, I ain't got time for ya. And as it goes for the mystery man, it don't matter to me. I'm going to leave with the victory. And I'm going to climb the ladder. And I'm taking the title. You know where he's taking it? Do you know where he's taking the title?
Is it to the moon?
He's taking the title to the moon.
I love this guy.
You love his theme song.
His theme song's great. He's great.
He calls it Ring Walker, not Moonwalker, because they can't call it that.
Yeah.
So it's Ring Walker.
Love it.
Love it. It basically is Freebird, but I love it. Fantastic.
He's great. He's so entertaining. Part of me wishes that like he's not playing a character and this is just how this guy is.
Dude, it is.
Brilliant. I love everything about him. His hat, his beard.
Oh, you love the hat. Yeah,
love
he's grown into the hat.
I've always loved the hat.
You have. I think you have. I think it was me that was iffy about the hat. But you know what?
I didn't understand the hat, but I like the hat.
There it is.
Now I get the hat.
I can't remember what I say sometimes on the show, but I'll clear all the air and I'll clear it now. I was wrong about the hat. If I ever dissed the hat. The Babadook.
You see, now this is a guy I think could win.
This is where I'm torn, Davie.
Yeah.
This is where I'm torn. Because I love Bronson Reed. I think there's a star in the making there. But this guy is a star. He should be on the moon. He's fucking Neil Armstrong, this guy. He's the best. Cameron Grimes is one of the best characters on this show. and he's been killing it. And it's been the pandemic era where he's all of a sudden gotten this like time to shine, and it's showing off. It's like every time you see him, you either are laughing or you're impressed by his wrestling. So
yeah,
I think he's got you. I love it. Cameron Grimes going to the moon if he wins the match later tonight. We go to our next match. It is a tag team match. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought Shotzi Blackheart was supposed to be in this match. But she had an unfortunate thing on her Twitter. She announced that her car was stolen that had her ring gear, her ballsy helmet that she wore. She's truly... So rip the ballsy helmet. But go to Shotzi. If you're in the Florida area, go to Shotzi's Twitter because she... her car is fucking... it's terrible. Terrible
that
things.
Sucks.
Yeah, it just sucks so much. So that she's not in the match tonight. But it is Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter who are going up against Robert Stonebrand's Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez. Now, I mentioned your song of the summer, WAP, by
Cardi B
and Meg Thee Stallion. Well, Mauro Ranallo at 9:21 p.m. Eastern Time with the Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter are hotter than Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. I'm surprised he didn't go with something a little bit more creative. There's so many lines in that song, you know, like you could have said like your kick out game strong. You don't know what I'm talking about, but
I have no idea. No.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot here, but just
before the match started, we did have a Timothy Thatcher thing. They kind of introduced the match and then went to the school of Thatcher's Thatch Can.
Oh, okay. Because I know they would go to that later on as well.
Oh, really?
With Timothy Thatcher. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So we have Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter versus Robert Stone's Mercedes and Aaliyah. And Robert Stone cuts a little promo here saying that he is El Fuego. Robert Stonebrand is El Fuego. You know what that means? Well, it means it's bright. Our future is bright. And you see Casey Catanzaro, doesn't matter what you are. You say you're an American Ninja Warrior. Well, that is pretty cool. The problem is you hang out with the wrong people. You need to lose the loser. And just basically saying, ditch Kaden Carter and join the Robert Stone brand. And she kind of gets upset about this, goes to slap him, and stomps his foot that was run over by a tank, which then starts this match. Mercedes Martinez and Aaliyah versus Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. There's a drop toe hold early on Aaliyah, then like a senton. There's double super kicks at one point. Mercedes and Aaliyah get a sweet looking double team at one point. It's like a wheelbarrow into an RKO double team move. It looked awesome, actually. The athleticism in this match they were so fast paced. I thought these women were doing an awesome job in this match. They go to commercial, but when they come back, Mercedes and Aaliyah are just beating down on Kaden Carter, and they're not letting her tag to Casey, but finally hits some sort of like an enziguri to the head of Aaliyah. And when she goes to make the hot tag to Casey, for one split second, you thought for a second, is she going to drop down and not tag her and join Robert Stone? But she makes the tag. Casey comes in. She hits some corner clotheslines. There's then like another flipping senton. But then there's all sorts of chaos where Casey gets dropped by this boot to the face from Mercedes, gets picked up on the shoulders, and it's the air raid crash. Mercedes pins Casey, and it is all over. But quick little match from all four, I thought.
I think this might have been my match of the night.
Whoa, okay.
I really enjoyed this. I think Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro look great as a team together, and I think they've improved a lot. A lot of their tag team moves, like I love the what was it, like a drop toe hold into the senton Atomico looked great at the beginning. I thought Aaliyah worked really well, which we don't say much here, but give credit where credit's due. I thought I quite enjoy her and Mercedes together. I loved the celebration at the end where Aaliyah's jumping on Mercedes, kissing her, and Mercedes like, fuck off. It's I quite enjoy Mercedes in this Robert Stone brand. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was fast paced. I thought it flowed well, and I thought Mercedes Martinez has always been great, but I thought the other three really stepped it up.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch, and it was really fast. It didn't outstay its welcome. It did the job. You knew Mercedes should have got the win here to kind of start establishing her a little bit. She could potentially be a challenger for Shirai down the line. Or Dakota, depending, whatever happens. But, we mentioned what we were eating for dinner tonight. And we thought we were going for dinner.
We did have Rhea Ripley run out.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I totally forgot about that. I was going to talk about dinner at the Garganos, but I guess that can wait. Because, this is my brutality. Rhea Ripley runs down to the ring. She attacks the Robert Stone brand, but it's the numbers game. And then out comes Shotzi Blackheart, who comes out, and she attacks on Aaliyah as well. So she didn't have her gear, but she still could come out here and save the day. So, obviously, there's beef with Rhea and Robert Stone brand and Shotzi with the Robert Stone brand. So Shotzi and Rhea are obviously going to do a tag team match, I'd assume.
And then build to Rhea Mercedes, which
true.
Makes sense.
That makes the most sense here. But, so now we can go to the Garganos. But it's not quite dinner at the Garganos. It's not. We see the cup.
They finished dinner. We saw the empty plates at the beginning.
Right, they
of this.
already ate dinner. Yeah, sorry, they already ate dinner. We had all this meat and stuff today on our grill. What do you think the Garganos ate for dinner? Caesar
chicken salad. Yeah,
right. Your chicken and broccoli.
Chicken and broccoli diet. Yeah.
Well, they both look really good. Okay.
I mean, it works.
It works obviously. The cup is still on their dinner table, which I found weird before, and it's still weird because Ciampa isn't anywhere to be seen anymore. Let it go. But it's in.
I like those details. I love how Regal still has his brass knuckles on his desk.
Yeah, but you're eating. Why would you want to look at a cup when you're eating?
Because victory tastes so good.
Oh, yeah. It's in a glass thing. It's enclosed. It's COVID free. The Garganos are finishing dinner, and Johnny, being the man of the house, got out a ladder. And he's fixing a light bulb that went out in their house here. And he's starting to change the light. And it cuts to Candace with their dog. I believe their dog is Padme, like Star Wars.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of their dog. Cute dog. Really cute. Should we get a dog?
I've been asking you.
This dog is cute. Candace is talking with her dog. And she starts to read Padme a little bedtime story. The dragon was sad, and the dragon didn't need to be there, and everyone thought that the fairy was evil, but the fairy is not evil. I am not evil. And Tegan, mind your damn business. So it's doing more of the warped.
Yeah, so it's got jazz music under it at the beginning. She's almost speaking like a film noir star or like a jazz singer, reciting this poetry.
So poetic.
And then it goes
warped.
It's purple.
The flashlights.
She's a pixie.
She's an evil pixie.
She's an evil
fairy.
pixie.
She says, mind your damn business. And Johnny interrupts her, and it goes back to reality. And Johnny says, hey, what books are you reading over there to our dog? What kind of witchcraft are you getting in our dog's ears there? And Johnny says, what are you reading? And she's reading about how the kingdom is doomed. And he says, look, the family is fine. The kingdom is not doomed. The kingdom is fine. Because the Wednesday night, with the K, absolutely love it, will swoop in. There's Priest and there's Thick Boy. They're both very talented and they're both hungry. Well, one is more hungrier than the other. But as talented as they are not on the level of Johnny Gargano, and they know it. Regal knows it, and I know it. You can't have TakeOver without Johnny TakeOver. So next week, Ridge Holland, mate, you're strong, but you're not Johnny Gargano. And then the lights come back to reality, and he fixes the light bulb, and he goes, I fixed it. Just like I'm gonna fix NXT. And then Candace says, good job, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny.
I'm not sure how I feel about these. Part of me quite enjoys them, but I also just find them really weird.
It's really weird.
First of all, let's talk about positives. When are we getting these tracksuits?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mention the tracksuits. They're pretty much they're almost like the Adidas tracksuits.
They're like Adidas or the Kappa ones, but...
And it's on the back, it says Power Couple.
Yeah.
So Johnny's in blue and Candace is in pink.
Yeah.
So
they're fantastic.
Are we getting them?
They're great. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm wearing the pink one.
Sure, I'll wear the blue.
Yeah, excellent.
They were fantastic. I hate leading into Money in the Bank, and you'll have that segment where someone just climbs a ladder
for no reason
and stands on it and celebrates, and they go, "Oh, he's got the momentum because he climbed a ladder." I actually quite liked here. They were just in their house, and I didn't even think about the ladder match, and he's just fixing this bulb, and then at the end you're like, "Oh, you did it. You did it anyway," but it kind of worked. I can see a lot of people hating these segments. I still think both of these guys are way, way better as your top baby faces. But I think they do it well, and it's different and quirky, and I find it fairly interesting.
Look, it's something different, and they went away from the dinner thing, and it's just them kind of doing things around their house. It's fine. It's the pandemic era. I can see a lot of people not liking this stuff, but to me, Johnny Gargano, when he's best when he's in the ring, and he is a good kind of storytelling. But this is a little odd. I will admit it's a bit odd. I do love Candice reading to the dog. I think it's so funny, and it's like the fairy is not evil, and it's like the dog is just like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? Chill. Cute Padme, the dog. So Johnny fixes a light bulb.
Yeah.
In the Gargano household, so he's calling everyone out, and it's Johnny versus Ridge Holland next week. We have a commercial for this new, like, WWE. Is it a vinyl? The evolution of the game. It's all the Triple H themes on a vinyl.
He's got a lot. He's had a lot.
Would they put the Hunter Hearst Helmsley
have the Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He'll probably have whatever he had as Terror Rising, because they own WCW
what
now.
Would that be?
I don't know.
Some shit stock music. Probably Terror Rising.
Then we got My Time, and then we've got the version he had at Armageddon.
Which is My Time the game?
It was My Time without any lyrics.
Because there's also My Time the game.
My Time the game.
Then there's Drowning Pool the
Drowning
game.
Pool's version.
And then there's
Motorhead.
And then King of Kings.
And then King of Kings.
Evolution.
Wow. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Would you put that on there?
He came out to that.
Wow.
This Triple H vinyl is great, guys.
You've got 10 bangers there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild. Should I buy this vinyl?
Shall we get it? Yeah.
That's the only vinyl you're
Sit
going
in
to
our
have.
tracksuits and just play a vinyl of...
Yeah, we'll be classy.
Yeah.
We hipsters playing this Triple H vinyl.
Yeah.
It says it comes with a patch. I wonder what the patch is. Must be nice.
Oh, probably to stitch on your biker outfit.
Yeah, to go to stitch.
You know, he'll wear like an NXT patch when he rides a bike to the ring.
The YouTube chat room right now is commenting that My Time is an underrated banger.
Oh, My Time is fantastic.
Look, I love Motorhead. I got Motorhead t-shirt. I fuck with the Ace of Spades and, you know, all that shit, but My Time is a banger.
My Time was good, but the crescendo of the game to spit the water out works so well. It's really weird spitting the water out to My Time. There's not that moment you do it.
With that Triple H. Yo, Jimmy, you know, that's a banger. It's no Brood.
Oh, Gangrels?
Yeah. No Brood.
Is that the best theme ever? It could be up there.
What about Maven?
Oh, Maven's is good. Across the Stars?
It's so lit. I play it all the time.
It's such a good song.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then WWE kind of ruined that band's career because they didn't let them own that song. They're like, hey, you made this song, but we own it.
That's right. Yeah.
They did.
And
Burn
then
in
they
My Life.
re-released it with
They
different
changed the
words.
lyrics. Yeah. I'm a nerd when it comes to the wrestling themes, and let me tell you, man.
Oh, Evolution as well. That will go on.
Yeah. I said
you
it.
said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evolution is a mystery, man. Well, I can't wait for the Triple H vinyl. I mean, he is Papa Triple H, Papa of NXT, so they had to promote that vinyl.
Are there any other wrestlers you'd like a vinyl of? Who else
has that many theme songs? I want John Cena's the CD on vinyl.
I guess Randy's had a few, hasn't he? Edge has had a few.
Not enough though.
Not enough for a full
vinyl. Whole vinyl of themes. It'd only be
Undertaker's had a
yeah,
bunch.
Undertaker, I guess, but I wouldn't really want to listen to just Undertaker's theme like 10 times, 12 times. I mean, I have the OG. You know, I'm obsessed with Halloween, the OG movie. I have the vinyl of that, and it's just all the theme song, like the soundtrack. It's just all scary music. It's like, who sits and listens to this? Me, because I'm a psychopath. I don't know. The Rock is what the group is saying.
I love heel rock. Hollywood theme is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some good ones. Yeah, the Rock did have like 7,000 remixes.
They're all the same though.
There's the Nation.
Kurt Angle once remixed his theme for like a week
because they didn't want you to cheer "You Suck," so he had that for a while as well.
Yeah,
because they took out that part.
And then they censored it for a bit, didn't they? They just put bleeps on. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, we're just going off on. Maybe one day Johnny Gargano will have a vinyl.
We've talked about this more than the Killian Dane match.
Killian Dane. Sorry, Killian. I'm sure he's going to go get that Triple H vinyl. We do have Timothy Thatcher in his catch can. I know you are so excited to talk about this.
I was so excited. Sorry, yeah, my notes were a bit messed up.
You were barbecuing. It's okay. You were making our what was it? Lemon and peppercorn Literally
Oh,
lime
the
and
corn?
pepper
Yeah.
corn, roasted corn.
I haven't
that's
tried
what-
it yet.
That's what you were busy doing when Timothy Thatcher was talking some shit. Timothy Thatcher, I'm done with these Timothy Thatcher school things. We've seen him wrestle, and like let's just continue with that, man. I'm kind of done with this school thing. You're not teaching me anything.
Yeah.
A leg lock, cool. All right. He's like adaptation. And I'm over it. I'm sorry. I'm done with it.
I would kind of like to see him marry what Raw Underground is trying to be.
Just join
Like,
Raw Underground.
if you had it build to, you know, we've been watching old NXT, and Cassius Ohno had his run of like just open challenges, sort of in his classic like wrestling style.
Yeah.
I'd like that in this room where he's doing these schools. Be like, I'm gonna do a open challenge, but here. I'd find it more interesting.
Yeah.
Than
just
him talking
in
to
a school of people. I don't
nobodies.
understand it. Yeah, I just don't get it. It's just weird. People in NXT shirts and stuff. It's like, yeah, just have a match. Kill a jobber or something. It seems like they don't know what to do with him already, legit. Which is like, yeah, there's a lot of players right now, and maybe you don't fit in.
He kind of like Riddle was really the best person for him to fight to start with, and Oni was a great second one. But the styles are going to change with other guys you're working there.
We do have a face-to-face with Pat McAfee and Adam Cole next week, and the 6-man tag match that is announced next week. Look, there's no AEW next week. It's been moved since NBA and stuff. So NXT should be really solid numbers next week.
So are we going to beat Guy Fieri next week?
We're going to beat Flavortown?
Because we'll have all the wrestling fans.
All the wrestling fans? You think?
Yeah.
Look, AEW has beat Flavortown. But can NXT
I'd be interested
beat
to see
Flavortown?
what the NXT number... I think it's really...
Let's see what Pat McAfee can do.
We'll see how many people... Because obviously there's us. We watch NXT because we do this show after. But we always watch AEW later in the evening. And I reckon there's a bunch of people that just choose one to watch first. We might get a sense of what is the actual Wednesday night wrestling audience as a total next week.
We'll see.
And minus the crossover. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I'm watching Flavortown next week.
Oh, yeah. We'll just review that instead.
Or Rush Hour. Put Rush Hour back on, man. Main event time. Triple threat. The winner goes to join the ladder match at TakeOver 30. Kushida versus Cameron Grimes versus a mystery opponent. The third person is a mystery. It cuts to the screen, the Titantron, and it's like paint kind of being brushed over. The quote-unquote crowd go really quiet. The suspense is in the air. And then we see the paint wash away. And it's the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. I guess we're going to have this talk now.
Not the talk.
We watched this together and we were like scratching our heads. Who's it going to be? Like, it's the main event. They're not going to do the Breezango thing again with us, are they? So we kind of figured it was going to be someone big. And then they build it up with this Titantron. And there was kind of silence from both of us.
Yeah, I think a lot of people...
I don't know how to feel about this. Obviously, this is coming out of accusations with the speaking out movement.
Yeah.
Where, as far as I'm concerned, there was quite damning evidence against Dream, and he's been off TV for a while. Obviously, these could be false, but
yeah,
I don't know. I felt a bit uncomfortable here.
I agree. It felt really it put a little bit of a damper on this show, which up to this point you could hear us discussing. It was kind of highlighted. Magic aside, it's been pretty solid and pretty entertaining and a breeze to watch. But then this really took the air out of the room. We were watching this outside, but it took the air out of the room because it's just something that we just didn't quite think I don't think we're ready for this.
It's also bringing him out. It's bringing him out as the main event. He's the big surprise at the end of the show. The idea is you leave NXT and you go, Velveteen Dream's back, and it just. I mean, we'd feel odd however they brought him back, but if it was just over, like a graphic saying Dream is coming next week, it would kind of maybe give you a week to have that conversation and
Sure.
think about it. Whereas kind of glamorizing him here, bring him out. Now, as I said, we don't know. There's not been any... I'm sure WWE have looked into the accusations.
Right.
I know Dream said that there's an investigation ongoing. He put out a tweet. So this guy might be innocent as well, but I think a lot of us have heard the audio and stuff, and it does seem pretty damning. So it's kind of hard, and it took me out of this match because I kind of was confused watching it, and I was having the same conversation I'm having right now, like in my head as I'm watching this match.
Yeah. I don't think this was the right call at all, and I don't think we are alone on this. I think a lot of people... Look, I go on Twitter. I love using our Twitter stuff, and wrestling Twitter is a force. It is a driving force in the wrestling internet community and all that stuff. And a lot of people were not happy with this decision. In fact, I just clicked over to my tab right now on Twitter, and it just refreshed, and the first tweet I saw was someone talking about how they didn't feel comfortable watching this match because they just kind of recited what you said, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. Now, this match did happen. We will talk about this match, but it is putting us in an awkward situation just because of... I just think the circumstances, it's just, he's someone who's like deleted his socials, and he's kind of not necessarily made himself look good.
I feel something as serious as his, if you're planning on bringing him back, you should have maybe a WWE statement about the investigations that are going on. Now, we know certain performers were fired over the allegations. There's allegations against other members of the roster who we haven't seen. You have Matt Riddle, who's been on TV right the way through all of this.
Yeah.
But his was kind of... I don't know, it was made quite common knowledge that he brought these accusations to WWE. Like, he was quite open about his situation when he started. If there was something, a little statement put out about, we have done our own investigations, and as far as we're concerned, we're happy to bring Patrick Clark back.
Right.
I might feel a bit different here, but just... It's weird. It's weird. Like, this is new to us as well, right? Like, we don't quite know how to...
Yeah,
these guys.
It makes me, and I'm going to sound like I'm trying to defend someone, but I'm not. It makes me wonder, look what happened with Enzo Amore, right? He didn't bring things to their attention, and then when it was brought to their attention, they were upset, and
he was gone.
And he was gone.
Yeah.
So is that not similar here? I'm just pointing it out. Like, this could potentially, it's just bad shit
like,
all
no
around.
trials happened.
Right.
So this is all open in the air, but if these things aren't going to trial and this is dropped, maybe we should be informed about that.
We should know about it, so then we don't feel uncomfortable watching.
Because if this guy's innocent,
exactly.
I feel bad feeling this way because I've enjoyed this guy's work for the last few years, and I don't want him to be the person he's been accused of being. And I'd feel a lot more comfortable at least having... Like, hey, we've done our investigations, and as far as we're concerned, Patrick Clark can return to work. Be like, okay, clearly they know more than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just odd.
And it just took a damper on this whole thing. In our eyes, it did, but I think a lot of people saw it this way. I don't think anyone went, oh, whoa, that's
Dream's back,
great.
yeah,
whoa. Because if that's what they were aiming to do, it didn't give you that. And then it's even more odd what they do a little bit later on with this. But we will go through and talk about this match. So Kushida versus Cameron Grimes versus Velveteen Dream, and the winner will join the ladder match at TakeOver. So all three guys here are kind of equally matched with size, maybe Dream being a bit more built than the other two, but they're very quick and very agile and very fast, and they keep interlocking and interlacing, like the three of them, in between each other, countering moves and helping the other one get out of another move and blocking moves. Really creative stuff, until Kushida just decides to say fuck you to someone's arm, and then just starts attacking the arms of everyone. Arm ringers, you get an arm ringer, you get an arm bar, you get an arm breaker. everywhere. Everyone's arms are getting attacked. Dream gets dumped to the outside, which looked like a little bit of a nasty bump, which then Kushida hits this crazy tornado DDT, diving off the apron, spinning around, reminded me of Masato Tanaka here with the flying tornado DDT onto the outside.
Just spiking him as well.
Crazy.
Looked awesome.
Kushida is just on fire. He's back in the ring. He's hitting his handsprings. They come back from commercial break. He's on fire. He's hitting all sorts of moves on Cameron Grimes, working the arm. And Cameron Grimes tries to get some offense, working Kushida, but then hits him with a roundhouse kick. And then there's super kicks on Cameron Grimes from Dream. Dream takes him out with a double axe handle. Kushida now is working the arm. Grimes gets hit with a Dream Valley driver. It's kind of chaotic. Dream is on the outside, and Kushida hits the beautiful like swan dive off the top to the outside. Looks crazy. Now Kushida is in the ring with Grimes. They're on the top turnbuckle. Kushida hits almost like a flying flux capacitor or flying reverse Hurricane Rana or something, which of course in midair is turned into a upside down like cross arm breaker, which is just insane, and locks it in on Cameron Grimes. But from the other, as he's debating,
even just taking a back bump like that
high.
way you roll from that angle would hurt, but going into the cross arm breaker always looks awesome. Kushida does this so well.
Grimes is thinking about tapping out, but in the other corner of your screen flies in Dream with the flying elbow drop to break up that. But in midair, he's caught into another flying cross arm breaker from Kushida, which is just insane. He's got this move locked in. He's now turned this move into the hoverboard lock on Velveteen Dream. And as he's got Dream up in this hold, Cameron Grimes runs at them both, jumps up in the air and hits the stomp, the cave-in on Kushida, and this looked nasty.
Oh, this looked so dangerous, and I loved it.
Crushing
I don't know how you do this safely, but this was an incredible finish.
Cameron Grimes hits the cave-in on Kushida, and Cameron Grimes pins Kushida. Cameron Grimes is going to climb the ladder to the moon, baby. I love it.
Once I got over kind of the Dream thing, as we spoke about, this was a good match. I really enjoyed the final sequence of the armbar off the top and the purple rainmaker caught into the hoverboard lock into the stomp. Awesome finish. And Cameron Grimes is going to be in that ladder match. Like, he's kind of my pick. I think you could have a lot of fun with him as champion. But this ladder match is looking to be... it's reminding me of that New Orleans ladder match for the first holder of the North American title. Like, lots of very interesting options and all have a strong case to win it. So I can't see which way they're going to go. Really enjoyed this match. Means we're going to get Dream versus Balor and
next week
Ridge Holland versus Gargano next week, which both should be quite interesting matches.
Yeah, look, I love Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, he's going to the he's going to the moon. He's going to take over. He's going to win this ladder match. I think it's between him and Bronson Reed. I think those are the two guys I would pick to win this match, and I don't even care who knows who else is in this match, but I think that is one of the two is the obvious choices. I can't say Cameron Grimes or Reed because I love them both. But I had to get over the fact Dream was in this match, and I did. But it was okay. It had some cool spots in the end. But the real highlight was this really awesome creative finish where the hoverboard lock and then getting stomped out just looked awesome.
I tried to watch on the replays. It's like, how do you do this safely? And it's like, nope, you're
Looks
just
great.
stomping on a guy as his arm is grabbing someone's wrist. It looked awesome.
I could see Cameron Grimes winning this ladder match, but this is great. I think he's been one of the best things going. The ring walker. He's going to the moon so he can be the moon walker. I love it. Cameron Grimes. But after the match, Cameron Grimes walks out, leaves, because he's winner, baby. And we see Velveteen Dream in the ring with Kushida, because Kushida was the one who was pinned. Dream is upset, even though he gets to have his last chance match next week. Mm-hmm. And Velveteen Dream attacks Kushida. He is unhinged, says commentary. He hits a super kick to Kushida. He beats the hell out of him, and he just kind of stands in the turnbuckle and poses. as NXT goes off the air with Velveteen Dream being a dick.
I'm gonna take aside all other kind of stories that we've talked about.
Okay.
I think this was the right time to turn Dream. I liked the turn. His character had kind of ran its course in its current incarnation. The 2 title matches he had with Adam Cole were not good. His feud with Roderick Strong was not good. And we've liked Dream. We've enjoyed his work. And I think that makes sense. Turn him heel. I think he'll be a great heel. We've seen him work heel before, but I think he's going to be more vicious now rather than the kind of cheeky heel he's been in the past. I think this was a change for the better.
Look, I mean, people will say that it's not unfortunate, but weird that they're making this guy like a super bad guy when people kind of really hate him right now. But we don't know what's going on. I don't know.
But if you try and strip that all away, which I know is hard, you look at when turns have happened in the past. Gargano had ran his course as a babyface. People were turning on him in arenas. People didn't want to see him at the top of the card as a babyface anymore. So that's when he turned. I think Dream people have just kind of gone a bit meh about him.
Me too, I have.
It's the best time to turn him, and we know the guy can play heel as well.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, the character's not hot at all. The guy is right now super in like hot water, so it's just like the whole thing. I'm very meh about the turn as well. It wasn't even that great of a turn. The momentum should have been focused more on the Cameron Grimes win, but yeah, Cameron Grimes is going to take over. Dream is back.
Balor comes out at the end and stares him down and does the finger guns.
Finger guns are back, baby.
Finger guns are cool.
2020, you can't like high five, handshake. So finger guns I'm bringing them back. Finger guns.
Do you do the wink when you do it?
Of course. You don't do the wink with the finger guns?
It's one of those things that I'll be walking home, I'll have my headphones on.
Yeah.
And you know when you don't want to stop and chat, but you see someone you know, so you're like, hi.
Yeah, I do the head.
And I always do the finger guns, and then I regret doing the finger guns. I'm like, why did I just?
I do peace a lot. Like I'm on my I'm on my bicycle a lot, and when you cycle and you're swerving in and out of cars and stuff, you want to be nice to other drivers. So I always throw up the deuces, the peace sign. Be a little, peace is what the world needs. So I don't know how we just talked about that, but that was NXT from August the 12th. August the 12th. NXT from August the 12th. Yeah, my highlight for me, I think, was Bronson Reed and Damian Priest. I thought the Big Lads Wrestling were putting on a great show there. There was a lot of stuff I really liked. I thought it was a really good show, actually. I think the taste in my mouth from Dream is not that great right now. Like I don't really want that. Yeah.
I'm with you too. I think mine might have been the Aaliyah match.
The Aaliyah match?
Fuck it, I'm going to say it.
Whoa!
Aaliyah had my match of the night.
Wow.
I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that tag. I liked Bronson and Priest as well. And I did think the main event was good, but just, as I said, weird taste in my mouth after that. Shall we go to some feedback?
Yes, that's what we thought about NXT. I thought it was a good show, but I know that we post up, forum.postwrestling.com every Wednesday night. We post up, and you can write in your comments or questions. Would you like to read the first one?
Yes, we go to Mystery. Hiya! Io Shirai completely murdered Dakota Kai in their respective promos tonight. God damn. Velveteen Dream returning was absolutely vile, and I completely...
What?
And I'm fed up with WWE, essentially. Him being brought back was a horrible idea. I really hope Finn squashes him next week and we never see Dream shit again on TV. He's irredeemable trash in my eyes. WWE shouldn't try their usual antics and try and get cute by having Dream go over for the heat. He doesn't bring anything of value to the industry right now. Dream has way too much baggage. Not thrilled about him being on TV again next week either. Should have been Kushida getting a second chance against Balor over Dream.
Tell me what you really feel.
Yeah. Statement of the week. Bayley versus Asuka on the latest Raw was the best match of the week, at least in WWE. Go watch it if you can. It was amazing. I don't have much else to say about NXT tonight because Dream's return completely ruined any enjoyment I got from this episode.
Ooh, so a lot of people I think are upset about this.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not surprised.
We go to Paul from Dakota territory. That is how you do a fireball spot, Hulk Hogan. Burch, Kross, and Lee all played their parts ably. Glad Breeze didn't come out like a goofball, seeing as his boy was kidnapped. Been a fan of Evie, aka Dakota Kai, for a long time, and I must admit, when she was signed, I was worried how she would be booked. Although Kai will not defeat the one that gets Braden high, she's had quite the meteoric rise. Casey shouldn't have disrespected Robert Stone. Jersey people for you. The Garganos continue to entertain me every single week. This week's KNN update. Why? Sorry for those. It's the Kona News
Network, I guess.
Kona News Network. Yeah. Why isn't the Finest your current NXT champion, destroying both Lee and Kross? Reeves had surgery in March to heal from a torn labrum. Kona Reeves to the sun as the moon is too already occupied. P.S. Been stumped on what to choose for my BDE review, but your talk of Rush Hour inspired me to pick my favorite Jackie Chan movie of all time, which is Rumble in the Bronx. Well, Paul from New Jersey, let me tell you something, brother. That is also my favorite Jackie Chan movie of all time. I got the Blu-ray.
That's another one I haven't seen, so looking forward to that.
Oh, fuck. Yo, I got the Blu-ray. It's so bad that he broke his foot during the movie, but they continue to film. So in certain shots, because it's like high def and remastered, you can just see the cast in some of the shots. It's like, wait, what? I don't understand. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, Kona Reeves did have surgery a while back. It was revealed, so he will be making a return soon, hopefully. The return of the Finest on NXT.
I can't wait. I can't. Honestly, it's...
How many slots they got in that ladder match?
When he comes back, he's got to be the picture and the title of the show.
Every week.
The show is dedicated to Kona.
We'll have a new podcast called The Finest, where we just talk about him.
Kona Reeves matches.
Best match ever, Kona Reeves.
We go to Charbel, the chosen one. Drake was over like a freaking White Claw. Are they already dropping the ball with him? If there were a crowd, they couldn't ignore him because Full Sail would be hot AF for him, I think. What's with the pants in wrestling?
What a question.
There's a lot of things in wrestling, but what's with the pants? Casey was on fire. I always liked her, but I thought her offense always looked weak. But tonight she was awesome. Maybe her new gear?
Maybe.
So he's not going any further with what's with the pants in wrestling.
What's the deal with pants in wrestling? I don't know. Ask Randy Orton.
Okay, you need to elaborate with that one.
What's with pants in wrestling?
What's with the pants in wrestling?
What's with the lack of pants in wrestling?
That Kai Shirai package was awesome. So much personality out of Kai. I used to like her as a babyface, but as a heel, I love her. But okay, let's talk about EO.
Yes.
What was that fucking promo? Seriously, what was that? Please let her talk in Japanese like this forever. I always thought Baszler in NXT was scary looking AF, but Shirai's confidence and delivery tonight was on the roof. Legit, at the end of her promo, I was like, okay, Kai's dead. Seeing Grimes on TV makes me smile because I know somewhere out there Brady is lit AF and opening not one but two White Claws. The Demo Prince versus the COVID God in a Fozzy concert without masks and social distancing match. Maybe. Please don't book it. I don't want nothing bad happening to the Prince. Last thing, I opened Twitter and saw Davie near a fucking barbecue. After almost burning down the BDE, you want him to light the garden up or what? Please be safe. Wow, that was something, Charbel.
Wow, Charbel, that was a long bit of feedback, but thank you. You know, you did
I needed to power through it. No, we're not talking about that. Let's go to Author of Post.
David also almost burned the house down this week again.
The show's long already.
David put something in the oven and then went to get a coffee, which is like 5-6 minutes total, which is like, yeah, that's fine. But then I come home in those 5 to 6 minutes and I just opened the door to literally, it looked like I was hotboxing the whole
It's one
apartment.
of the trays, I think. One of the trays is
There was literally a fire in our kitchen with smoke coming out the oven, and somehow I still let you near a fire today to cook me dinner. Wow. But you did it. You did it.
What are you going to do? We go to Author of Posts for the last one.
Last little bit of feedback here. Very good show, but hated that fireball spot. Let's keep the hocus pocus nonsense away from NXT. I know it's infected every other wrestling show, but let's not bring it here. Not my NXT.
Not my NXT.
There ain't no magic here. There ain't no fireball here in NXT. I could go for some fireball. We going out tonight?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. John Cena in the YouTube chat says, save the fire and burning the house down stories for the Patreon. You're upset that I outed you for burning the house down.
Well, this one wasn't even my fault.
I was fine. Everyone's okay. That's what's important, okay? That's what's important. No one got hurt, okay?
Fine.
I trust you.
I'm good when yeah. It was the tray.
It was the tray!
I put it on the temperature. I left for 5 minutes. It was meant to be a 25-minute cook.
Oh, man. What's with pants and wrestling?
What's with pants in wrestling?
Hey, thank you so much for listening to Up Next. That was NXT this week. We will be back next week with the Go Home show. NXT, the ratings next week should be pretty good considering there's no AEW. And then we will be doing our TakeOver 30 review. Join us on our Twitter and Facebook. We update all the shows we've been doing. At upNXT Podcast on Twitter and upNXT Podcast on Facebook, the group as well, because we post all the stuff, all the shows we've been doing. Again, patreon.com/upNXT. We have our SummerSlam 2005 review coming out this week, as well as another Was Next and all the back shows we did the past few weeks, including the Karate Kid, some Lucha Underground. We've been all over the place.
Yeah, I think it's a great month to sign up.
Yeah.
With SummerSlam being one of the biggest events of the year, lots of SummerSlam themed things. Best match ever, SummerSlam main event. So tweet us. What main event should we be watching from the history of SummerSlam?
You know, we did a best match ever Terry Funk, and maybe that's what Karrion Kross was watching, all his old Terry Funk and Mick Foley. That's how we got the fireball in the eye tonight, in Keith Lee's eye. But yeah, patreon.com/upnext. You can help support us and get all the podcasts we've been doing, because we have quite a lot. If you click our Patreon and go through all the shows we've put out, there's a lot of them. We've been podcasting quite a bit. So thank you for listening and supporting us here at Up Next. We appreciate you listening, and we will be back next week, as well as my Money Plane review. Adam Copeland and Kelsey Grammer in Money Plane, out tomorrow night on this very free feed with myself and John Cino. So I think that's about it.
I think so, yeah.
Thank you for listening. Take care. Goodbye. And do you believe in magic?
What's with pants in wrestling? Ahoy!
All right.
Good stuff. How we doing, room?
How we doing, YouTube room? Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
What's everyone going to sing for karaoke on Zoom?
We didn't talk about that.
We did. We
Okay,
plugged it,
all
yeah.
right. Amazing. What's everyone in the chat room saying right now? The chat fire.
Go review Kana-chan.
Review
TV
Asuka
next
buying
week.
snacks from a Japanese store. Yo, I want to do reviews.
Have you been to the Japanese store down the road?
Oh, I love it.
It's
Have
cool,
you,
right?
Oh man, have you been to the one in Kensington Market? That one's fucking lit. It's like Sushi Co. or something.
Okay.
It's lit. But then there's Sanko, which is the grocery store, which is fire. I mean, we have Pat, but
Yeah.
gonna go sing Ring Walker. Easy lyrics. Yeah.
It's a good song. Good song.
Yeah, great. It's poetic.
All right.
Thank you so
We're
much.
going to edit
room.
this and put it up. Thank you very much, guys. We love you. Thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for joining us. Peace.
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you could never really know what's up next.